All right, so I've made a very basic HTML website, and I said to myself, well, all these images, if they're separate, it's going to get very messy, and I should put them in a folder. But if I put them in a folder, that means the HTML files aren't going to pull up the images because I have to update every HTML line to say what folder the image is in now. And I thought, well, maybe there's a batch way to do that. Okay, so I checked on Claude and I said, hey, could I go through several HTML files and put them into a folder? And you can. And then I said, can you update the HTML files to point to the new folders? And it said it can. Okay, so this is the script. I tested it. It works. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to download my web page here. Okay, so here is my downloaded website. I've got it in a new folder here. Okay. These are all the separate images. I want to put them in a folder and then update the index and the web page with new HTML links in there. I can do that with a Python script. So what I want to do is I want to install Python the easiest way possible. The easiest way to install Python is to just use winget in the command line. Winget just comes with the PC generally. So I'll do winget search the ID python.python. You want to use this column to define what version you're going to use. And so we're going to do winget install python.3.14. And I'll do scope machine installs for the whole PC. It's downloading that. I'm going to download this py, and I want to edit that so that I can define my folder name. So I'm going to edit in Notepad. Images output equals site images, let's say. HTML directory. This means current directory, which is just fine. Okay, so I'm going to save that. Okay, Python is installed. What I want to do is I want to take my Python file that I just edited. I'm going to put that in my folder here. When I run this py file, it's going to reference the current directory, and it's going to do the work I've asked it to do. So when I click this, the py file will run. It'll scan the HTML, duplicate the images, put them in a folder, and update the HTML files to reflect those new image names. So let's do that. It ran. It put new images in site images, and that means I can delete my old images. Control click, 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 and delete those. And then if we look at the website, I can go to Control U. And you should note that the browser is just pulling up the website from my computer. It's not pulling it off of a server or from the internet. This is local work, right? If I look at the HTML by doing Control U, I can see that my image comes from site images / Sean. I've effectively updated where the image is, and I've put the image inside the folder, right? The website looks normal. Nothing is broken. So basically, I could delete all of this, and I could take my folder. I could put all of these things, get rid of the extractor, and I could put all these things into here, and it would just be more organized.